Hi, it's me, Danny, and today I'm going to be doing the Joker 2019 film that came out on the 5th of October. So, sorry about that. So it came on the 5th of October, but I watched it on the 6th of October. The reason why I watched it on the 6th of October, because my best friend had a birthday party and we went to watch the Joker on Odeon. And we got a free poster, which is this one. Sorry, upside down. It just is a poster that explains, there's another part of it, but I didn't get it, so they only gave us this. And I also went with my other friend, and we also went bowling as well, and we had a good time. So I'm going to explain about my Joker review, and I have a big list. It is 2 hours and 1 minute to film, because DC films are really long. It doesn't feel like a 2 hour film when I watched it, but anyways. Before I even begin my review, spoiler alert, if you've never seen the Joker, do not watch this video. It will have a lot of spoilers, and I don't want to spoil to everyone. But if you've seen the review and you want me to review it, then continue watching this video. Alright then, so first of all, I'm going to be explaining about the Joaquin Phoenix. So he plays Arthur Fleck / Joker. So he plays Joker and Arthur Fleck. Well, they're the same people, but, you know, their names are different. You know, Arthur Fleck, Joker. Sorry, it's not Joker. It's called Joker. Sorry. So, I will be explaining about his character. I think he did a really good character. I did like his Joker-isms of laughing, you know, acting, dancing around, and his performance was really good. So I please beg him to win an Oscar performance for that, because he did a really good job on the Joker, and he also like gives some tips, and he did really good. And yeah, the rest of the the rest of the people in it, the actors, you got Robert De Niro, so he plays the Murray show, so that's the guy, the Murray. You got Zazie Beetz, who plays Sophie, which is gonna be Arthur's love interest. You got Frances Conroy, who plays his Arthur's mother, Penny Fleck. You got Brett Cullen, Douglas Hodge, Dante Perrott Olsen, Mark Maron, and that's it. So in these ones, you also have Thomas Wayne is going to be in it. The butler's going to be in it. I forgot his name. And Bruce Wayne's going to be in it, and the detective's going to be in it. Also, the therapist will be in it, but I don't know the names. We also going to talk about Sophie. So Sophie's going to be a love interest of Joker, that she's going to be like him and get along with each other. We're also going to be talking about Penny Fleck. So she's going to be the mother of the Arthur. We're going to know more about her in this review. So at the beginning, we're explaining about how Arthur lives with his mother, and you know he works in a clown agency where he has to like sell stuff and get a sign and sell it. So you know he does this because you know it's his job. He needs to, you know, the reason why is this because he wants to get a future salary, so he will get help. So basically he wants to like go up to be a comedian, so then he can have the salary, so he can help his mother heal from her illness, because she's really ill, and he looks after her in the scenario. So I'm going to be explaining about the beginning. So, you know, we can see him putting makeup and he put this and stuff like that. And when he was out showing the sign and making people go into the sign, one of the gang got the sign, ran after and got the sign. So he went after and he stopped puffing. And when he went there, he was running to see them, and then one of them hit him in the face and started kicking him and punching him, like abusing him basically. And of course, you know, you can see that he's a bit upset, isn't it? I'm also going to say that he has a neurological disorder, which meaning that he hasn't got so he has got a laughing disorder, that he laughs a lot and he can't control it. And one of the examples I'm going to be explaining to you is when Joker's in the bus and he's like playing the child and they pick up in weird face. She's like, "Why is he in weird face, my son?" He's like, "I'm just playing around." He's like, "Don't do it." And he starts laughing randomly, and then she gives him the cards. In the card that says that he has a condition, he can't, and he's keep on laughing. So, you know, continue. And Kuya seeing this, you know, he can't control it. So, you know, the people saying that he's weird and he's a bit weird. Like, why is he doing that? Next of all, we're gonna go on with the therapist. So he has a therapist. He talks about his laughter and he gives him medication, and he also helps him with other problems. So she would ask him to bring him a journal and tell him how he's been, and he tells him what's going on. And he also said that he wants to up his medication. And she said, "Oh, the medication is enough for you. We don't need to up it a bit more." And he's like, "Okay." So on the way home, you know, he goes to get the medication. He comes home and with his mum, and then they go watch their favourite show, which is the Murray show. The Murray show. So we all know that Arthur and Penny Fleck love the Murray show, and he dreams about going to the Murray show one day and presenting his comedian to everyone, because he wants to make people laugh. So in his image, he's thinking about how he's a proud son and how he wants to help his mum from the illness. And you can see how Murray has been nice to him, and then flashback to now. So he's imagining that. So after the incident with the gang who punched him in the face, Randall, one of his friends, explained to Arthur by giving him a gun to protect himself. He said, you need to protect yourself because in this area it's not really good. He's like, no, I don't need a gun. He said, you need the gun. Because he explained about him, about how they kicked him and abused him. So given the gun, he then used it. Doing this, in one of the scenes, he goes to a train station. Oh, wait a minute. So one of the guns, he uses it, and he used it in the children's hospital one day, but it came out, and he got fired because of that. So, because of he bring a gun to hospital, people say you can't bring a gun to hospital, you can't do that. So, of course, he brought him in, and then the guy told him, so you shouldn't, and the owner of the agency said you can't bring guns to hospital because it's dangerous and not really good for you. So, of course of that, guys, I know you're seeing my eyes, so I'm going to look. I think that better. I think that's better. Sorry guys, just the things on my face. So, as I was saying before, so of course you can't bring a gun to school, a gun to hospital because people are going to say it's a prop. So he says it's a prop, it's a prop, it's no, you're fired. So when he got fired, he banging things, and he of course he's blaming Randall because Randall was the one who gave it to him. He's like, oh, I didn't give it to you. So he basically lied to him and used him basically, and he's like, you know what, this is yours. So he kept the gun. He's like, you know, it's your fault. You made me. You're basically blaming him that he was the one who did it. So, in one of the episodes, there's one I didn't mention. So when he's at home, he shoots the wall by accident because he wanted to use how to use it. And then, of course, being in that, so when he got fired, he went to a train station and started laughing randomly. He can't do anything. So one of the 3 people came in, and they start singing songs and stuff like that. He was laughing, and then they kicked him, abused him. But then he got the gun and killed all 2 of them. One of them run, but when he was running so slowly, he killed him. And he just like ran off, and he just ran all the way to the bathroom. And he started dancing around, doing these weird things like these. And then, and then after that, you know, he hasn't told anyone that he killed anyone. So of course, people are suspicious about what happened to the murderers. And the detectives also asking him about questions and stuff like that. So, you know, Thomas Wayne always said that, you know, doing all this confusion, he said that people are as clowns, you know, because of this all common confusions. Because you know that Thomas Wayne is, you know, Bruce Wayne's son. Now, I'm on to part 2 now, guys. So, of course, the social services has been cut to leaving Arthur with no medication. So that's making him angry. And he needed medication for him to be more better. But, you know, they cut it off, and he said, where can I go? He said, we're going to find someone else. And of course, you know, he's a bit worried. He then meets Sophie and her daughter with a lift, and she gives a pressure and start, you know, being work up, you know. So in this, she's a banker, and he then invites Sophie to a comedy show, and he said, okay, you can go to my comedy show. She says, yeah, sure. And they start a date, so they start going to burgers and stuff like that. Arthur goes to the comedy show to get some tips about the jokes and start laughing, so he wants to get tips about the jokes. He then goes to the comedy show, and it did not go well, but when he was laughing, he kept doing his jokes, and Sophie didn't mind it, so she was fine with it. After, when they're leaving, he sees the newspaper about the murderer, and he starts smiling at the person in the taxi with the clown. And of course, she said, oh my god, who would do that? That's so crazy. And he said, yeah. And after that, Arthur reads a letter from his mother explaining about his biological father. So in this letter, it explains about how his biological father is Thomas Wayne. And he's like, what? You didn't tell me? And of course, he bangs to the door, and she doesn't answer, and all of this. And then after that, he goes to the Wayne Manor, and he goes to the boy and starts giving him jokes. And then the guy was like, what are you doing here to my son? You don't talk to strangers. And he's like, I came here to see my father. And he said, who are you? I said, I'm Arthur Flick, Penny Flick's mother, of course. He's like, oh, he's basically telling her she's crazy, and that, you know, that she never had an affair with him, and that she's crazy, and that's why you're crazy too, and stuff like that, and you know, stuff like that. After that, Arthur friends him and telling him, no, it's not true. It can't be true. And after that, Penny, the mother, suffers from a stroke, and he didn't know, so he goes there and waits for her. Sorry, it's my dog's doing that. So, into this, Sophie then comforts him and tells me, okay, you want something to drink? I said, yeah, I have coffee. And I said, okay. So after that, he thinks about the video, and you can see that the guy, the Murray's mocking him, basically doing shows, and he didn't like it at all, because, you know, it was a bit mean. So after, he goes to Arkham Hospital, And he said, can I see Penny's file? He said, I can't tell you. So he steals the Penny case, and then he finds out that he's adopted. Okay, guys, so now in part 3. We're there now. Near there, it's the last bit. So he finds out that he's adopted, and he's allowing his boyfriend... Sorry. So he finds out he's adopted, and he's like, oh my god, I'm adopted. So and then it says there that Penny allowed her boyfriend to harm them both. And then a flashback, you can see her already in the hospital telling about how she admitted it. And then, so the reason why Joker is like this is because he's been abused as a child, and you know he let Penny let him and her abuse the child, so that's why he's always happy. And I admit, in a way, I did not like the mother in a way, because I feel like, you know, she lied to her son first of all, and she didn't tell him that he was adopted and that he was abused, which was kind of sad in a way, because he was abused, and that's why he laughs a lot, and that's why he got a condition. After that, it says that Thomas used his nature to fabricate the adoption and commit her to an Arkham hospital to hide the affair. So he knew about the affair, so he hid in Arkham hospital to make her look crazy, which she's not. Well, technically, that's adopted son. She adopted him, you know. So after that, hearing this, he's frustrated himself. He goes to hospital and kills Penny with a pillow and upset. And he just kills her because he's really upset in that moment. He's really angry. So after that, he arrives there and he encounters with Sophie. And of course, Sophie's a bit upset. She's a bit, why in my apartment? And she gets scared. Now, this guy was going to get confusing. So the previous encounter with Arthur's delusions was so he had some delusion with Sophie. So Sophie was not even there. She was there to be there. So I don't know what happened with Sophie after that, because I don't know if she died or not. I don't know. But it says that the previous encounters were Arthur delusions. So it was just his imagination that he was talking to someone. After that, he's pissed off in it. So he tries to write jokes on, tried to make him prepare himself. And then he put a mask on. And before I mentioned, he tells mother that he's going to Murray show, you know, because I'm going to Murray show to Spain about when he kills her. So now he then puts on his face paint and dyes that green. And then he gets a call saying that he gets invited to the Murray show. And he said, okay, that's fine. So he gets him ready. I think he hides it in a fridge. I think that was in a time when his mother was fine. But I don't know why. I think because he wanted to be there. After that, he goes then meeting with Randall, and let me go to internet to see what because there's another character. Bear 1 minute. So bear 1 minute. So sorry about that, guys. The internet is not always working as well. The internet is not working properly. The internet is not working as... Okay, let's do this instead. Sorry about that, guys. It's going there. So, okay, so I'm going to be explaining about, Randall and the other friend, which I'm going to get his name. So he basically goes in and... I see, I got it now. Sorry guys, I don't know why I'm taking so bloody long. Bear with 1 moment, I'm trying to get this guy's name. So it's Randall. Okay, so I'm gonna be explaining about how Randall goes in and tells them about Okay, got it, guys. I'm getting there. Right, Gary. Right. So Gary and Randall comes in because Gary and Randall's are best friends. So they come in, and then they explain about how, oh, you want to come to this party? We're gonna invite you. And he said, oh, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to. And he's just like doing weird stuff. And out of nowhere, he gets a scissors and stab Randall on the eye because he's pissed at him. And, you know, because he gave him the gun, so he puts him, then he pulls on the floor. Then, of course, Gary's a bit worried and scared. He's like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? So he let him go because he knew that he's been good in his life. So he's like, you can go. It's fine. After that, he then gets ready for his Murray show. And he goes to the train station. So in the train station, he sees the detectives and they're all going up to him. He's just dancing around. He just goes to the train station and they see a riot that's going on. So he just goes forwards and goes out. And when the two detectives get abused and, you know, punched, and they were looking for him for his question, but then, you know, he runs away. And, of course, I think they got killed, I think. After that, he then goes to Marisha and, you know, trying to do his things. So he said he thinks about suicide, about doing suicide for his acting, but he wants to bring love to Joy to the world, so he does not want to do that. After that, he then goes to the crowd and he announces it all. And then he talks about how... So, of course, he talks about how his feelings, and then he confesses to the whole stage that he killed one of the murderers, and that his two detectives were there who killed because of his willing and doing. And he's like, oh, why are you here? Why are you doing this then? I said, I'm doing this because I want to bring joy to love to everyone. Of course, they start getting arguing, and of course, he's like, do you want another joke? Do you want to know? Do you want another joke? And then he kills him with the gun. I just did that. Like, so, like, when he killed him, it was satanic. It was, like, weird. Crazy, but like so excited at the same time. I was like, what? That's so shocking. He killed him right in the head, and of course he died, and then of course everyone ran away, and he went to TV and started saying, oh, about all of this, and then the police got him and he put in the car and he's just there looking at everything because you know he misdirected everything. After that, he get car crashed, and of course one of the clowns, they put him out there, and of course they let him down because, you know, he got car crashed. And after that, the Wayne family are running away until one of the killers killed one of the parents, so with the dad and the mother. And of course, you know, it leaves the boy just stranded there. And of course, that's basically what happened with the Wayne family. So yeah. And after that, in the ending, we're nearly to the ending, guys. So that's it. And then Joker just gets a smile and he just does this and he runs to the crowd to know that that is his people and stuff like that. And that's it. Now the ending starts with Arthur Fleck's Joker in the hospital explaining about how a joke, and we all know that he's in an Arkham hospital and he's with another therapist. He doesn't do any jokes, so no. So after they were just seeing bloodied legs walking and running around like a crazy person, of course we know that he killed the FBI interviewer, and that's what happened, and the ending finished. Done, guys. Okay, so I'm going to be explaining what I like or dislike the film. I like the film. I did like the film. I enjoyed the ratings in this film. I think the rating I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Like, for the ratings, it was really good, so I'll give it 8%. Give it an 8% rating. I think it was really good. What I wish I could have seen a bit more, if you asked it with the Joker, like a bit more satanic, which other, like all the other Jokers, the previous one, that did really good, but I wanted this one to be more Joker-esque. Like, to be more like, you know, killing him, getting a knife, starting cutting people's face like this. Like, I wanted to be more excitement. But apart from that, he did a really good job. I think everyone did a really good job in this film. And I did love the film so much. It was so good. And yeah, I just loved it. I think I loved the film. If I would watch it again, I would watch it again. If I got on DVD, I would get on DVD because I did enjoy the film. Right now, guys, of course, you know, in one of the facts, it said that he lost weight for the Joker role and lost 52 pounds and did a extreme diet. I think when I saw the film, I could see he lost a lot of weight, and if he did a extreme diet, he must have done a good job. Like, he said that he kept on a diet that he couldn't eat or drink. And then after that, the last fact I'm going to say is that he got inspiration from Buxton Keaton and Ray Bogner because of his Joker character, and that's it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go now and give it a thumbs up and comment down below what you think. Comment down below what is your view about Joker. Did you enjoy it? Did you not dislike it? I loved it. I really like it. I enjoyed it. It was so good. And yeah. My Instagram, my Snapchat will be down below. And yeah. I know it's a long video, but this is my rant. Or this is my review of the Joker. And I did enjoy it. I did like the video. I did enjoy the movie. And I wish. I would like to see it again sometime. I can't wait to get on DVD because I want to get it. So yeah. Today I'm wearing this Marvel jumper that I got. And yeah. So yeah, I did enjoy the movie. I liked it. I did not, well, you know, in my opinion, I didn't like the mother because she was, let's say this, she basically lied and everything to do the son. I know she wanted to protect the son and everything, but she could have just been truthful for him. And I do feel sorry for him in a way because his story is really sad because he was like really abused as a child and his father abused him and what made him control the laughter. So that was a bit sad, but now I know why the Joker is just the Joker. So yeah. And yeah. Okay guys, I'm gonna go now. And yeah. Make sure you Snapchat with down below and yeah. Guys, bye.